So hey, I'm here to do a deck tech of my Bant deck. Um, I made it a couple nights ago, or last night was Friday, so I made it last night for the FNM and to go PTQing with because I feel like it's in the right place right now. Um, I played against Rug, Nye Blitz, um, the Rug aggro deck, um, vampires, some person playing vampires, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna start off with all the one drops. For Avacyn's Pilgrim because I feel like it's the best one drop. Better over Arbor Elf because it always gives white. I wish it was an Arbor Elf, and that's a change I've been thinking about making because sometimes you have like turn two double like Rancor or like double Abundant Growth, and you don't want to take damage off your lands, but it's better overall. Um, than for Affiliate Armors. Um, Best card ever. Better than Black Lotus. Not even gonna lie. Like, giving your dude +1/+1 first strike so overpowered in every format. Like, are you kidding me? Jeez. This card should never been printed. I mean, like, God. Curiosity. Um, it's my next ones are gonna be the two drops because I'm about to show you one. The main reason there's the one of Curiosity is because like in some match like against Esper control, sometimes you like draw an extra card and it helps you against wraths and stuff. And also it's super good with Fencing Ace. Um, some matchups you just can't win, and then you play Fencing Ace and Curiosity and you're just like, what up? In for the beats. For Invisible Stalkers because he has hexproof and he's unblockable and he's a 1/1 for 2. 1/1s for 2 are so good in Magic. I mean, look at Delver Secrets. Like, I know it does cost 1 mana less, but, you know. 4 Spectral Flights. It gives flying to your Geist of Saint Traps. Speaking of Geist of Saint Trap, 4 of the Geist of Saint Traps. He gets sideboard out against most aggro decks just because he's not an aggro card. Like, you just don't want him in that matchup. Like, you'd rather want a Fencing Ace. And then he swaps out with the card in the sideboard, which I'll show you later, which I've decided because Night Blitz is such a huge thing in everything that it needs to be, like, you have to have an answer for it because you have two really bad matchups, and that's Esper Control and Night Blitz, so, double Semi-Charm. It gives your dudes hexproof, and it allows them not to abrupt decay your enchantments because you give permanents you control hexproof, and it also saves your fencing aces, and is also +2/+2 until the end of the turn, which is never a bad thing. And sometimes you just have to unsummon the thing. And then Force Lessing Charms. Give your dudes trample, give them +2/+2, or maybe sometimes you even make a creature to, for your enchantments. Then the land base, because that's the most important part, right? 4 breeding pools, 3 hollow fountains, and 4 temple gardens. Pretty self-explanatory. 3 Swamp Glyphs, 2 Glacial Fortresses, and 2 Hinterland Harbors. I really don't like these lands. I mean, I really want to make one of these a hollow fountain, but like whenever you think about it, maybe not. Like, um, I don't know. Like the land base. Like the land base is really jank because of the sideboard. Sorry, I had to count my deck real quick. Um, Then you have two, count it, two overgrown tombs, um, one watery grave, and one godless shrine. Because the sideboard decisions I decided to make, and you might be like, oh, the Gifts of Zorzov was in the sideboard. Oh, we didn't see that on the main board. Um, I'll show you the sideboard real quick, and I'll explain each card in the sideboard because I did it for a reason, and so you're not just sitting there like, oh, what's that card for, and what matchup is that for? So let's start going with the sideboard. Um, two Neathville Pilgrims. Um, they're for the aggro matchups, of course. Like I don't think you'd want them in against Esper Control, or do you? Root Born Defenses. Um, it's for against Esper Control. No other matchups. Like, giving your dudes indestructibility is actually pretty sweet. Ray of Revelation is for the mirror match and for the detention spheres. So if they hit one of your important enchantments. Rest in Peace. Because, you know, when you have a good matchup against Reanimator, you want to make it a little bit better with Rest in Peace. And whenever you have a good matchup against Reanimator, and you have a one of Rest in Peace, you also want to run the one of Tomat's Crypt, because, you know, why not? Like when you have a good matchup, why not just make it better? For Duress, this is for the Esper Control matchup, because Wrath just kills you, so getting early one of these down, you may be like, oh, you only have 4 black lands in the main board. It's going to be hard to cast on turn 1. But you don't have to cast on turn 1 first off. Like, you can cast on turn 2, and you're still good, because they can't Wrath until turn 3 or 4. If you're thinking of ban control, they can cast on turn 4. And you can also get Devour Fleshes out people's hands. It's super good because you can Abundant Growth your lands, and then you can still cast it off of that. Any matchup these come in, the Abundant Growth will Abundant Growth never come out, like unless like you have a really good reason. But you know, they proved themselves last night. And then the one of Orzhov Charm, it's supposed to be the fifth duress. So when they wrath, you can return them all to your hand. Or sometimes you'll be like doing the beatdown playing with Geist Trap, and then they wrath, and then you're like, I'll bring back my Avacyn's Pilgrim and equip some enchantments. But it's mostly there for the returning. It also comes in against the Niagara decks because sometimes you'll just kill Champion the Parish on turn 2, and that'll be worth it. For Centaur Healers, I couldn't beat Blitz. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And a lot of people say these should be Gifts of Orzhova. And this is why my explanation of why I'm not running any gifts. I've been playing Night Blitz recently, and that deck doesn't even care about the card. Because gifts, you have a 3/3 Geist Trap and you block, and yes, that's the exact same thing as Centaur Healer, but you're taking up 2 cards to do it, and it's harder to race. Like, it does give your dude flying and everything, and lifelink, but first off, this is a target for all of your enchantments. It's better than Geisting Trapped against the creature decks, and it allows the deck to attack from a different axis than it originally was able to. So that's why I decided to put it in there over gifts. If you don't like that, then you can change it. Like, you know, it's Magic. Do whatever the hell you want. But that's what I personally did. If you want to ask me anything or tell me anything that I should do in this deck, just, you know, private message me or, you know, comment down below. Thank you for watching the video and have a good day.